What is up, guys? It is your boy DHM the Hat Man, the Mad Hatter Extraordinaire, coming at you once again with some more SC2VN. That is the Starcraft 2 visual novel. When we last left off, we met Jett, which was pretty interesting. We met Excel, who stomped a mud hole in our asses. But you know, all of that is good. All of that is fine. Let's just go ahead and get back into it now. I hope my voice is up to the task of narrating this. So either way, let's just go ahead and get into it, because I'm actually still very interested in this game. I enjoy playing online and all, but matching against someone only a few feet away is much more productive. Talking over games in person makes it easier to get feedback and improve, and that's what I need more than anything else. The sting from my failure at the VSL qualifier will take time to fade. I don't want to experience that pain ever again. I catch the sight of Jett in the middle row, her attention locked on a ladder game. Without disturbing her, I take a seat at her side and watch the match unfold. Furious taps and clicks rattle her keyboard. Her focus never drops from the game, much less her monitor. She's ahead, though not by much. It's not long until she extends her lead in the late game, and a few minutes later, heaves a sigh of relief when her opponent rage quits out. There's no need for me to consult my Korean skills to understand her final message. Zerg Imba. Oh my god, like you actually showed. Color me impressed. I mean, really, like, how could I not? Like, the better question is if you have the free time to practice with some amateur. Well, I'm the charitable sort, obviously. Anyway, you're here, so let's stop wasting time. You paid for your PC already, right? Your PC and your Starbucks. Don't forget your Starbucks, you need that. It helps. Starbucks wins games. I nod and log myself into the station next to hers. A minute later, the two of us are grinding out in practice matches. Game after game is a beatdown. I can't crack her defenses when I attack, and I'm barely holding on when she goes on offense. She's just as unforgiving in pointing out my mistakes as she is in game. Your wall at the ramps to your natural is trash. How the hell do you get away with this? You're asking to get busted. I mean, it's not something I really think about all that much. You know, I just throw it up. You know, fix it or you'll be punished. That probably isn't an idle threat. Jett is the type of player capable of ending games instantly if she can capitalize on the right kind of mistake. Her style has been characterized as both passive and reactive. She takes her time and watches her opponents, patient for the right moment to strike. She only takes a risk if it's calculated in her favor. Given her former success, the style has suited her well, though I can't help but wonder why she hasn't lately been performing at her previous level. Maybe she's lost her killer instinct. Guess not. A reminder of the skill difference between us rushes up the ramp to my natural expansion and crushes my wall as promised. In the aftermath of the destruction, she swarms my base and seizes an easy win. Jett revels in her victory with a predatory smile. Wrapped! I had to do it like that. Shoutouts to my boy. Shoutouts to my boy G. Wrapped! I love the way he says that. Okay, before we get into the next game, I catch a sight of a familiar face coming into the cafe. Oh, that guy. Huh, same guy from last night. Hey Jett, you know what that is? I thumb in the stranger's direction as he passes us, his attention occupied by a cell phone screen. Jett trails a look after him, wrinkles her nose, and shrugs. Oh, he's just a KPGA player. Protoss? What about him? I mean, come on, get into the game already. I mean, seriously, he was at All Out Attack yesterday, and like, what the hell is he doing outside his team house 2 days in a row? They're only figuratively chained to their desks. Not all of them are shut-ins. Stop wasting time and let's go. Starbucks! Oh my god. I double take away from Jett to find the player in question seated a few rows in front of us. And he's got the Starcraft 2 client open. Why would a KPGA player spend his practice time on anything but Brood War? Huh. Should I ask him for a game? I didn't want to ask for a game. What? No, hold on, wait, you can't just, oh my god, Starbucks. Starbucks Lord, please help this individual. But before she can stop me, I rise and shuffle my way past the rows of computers. Jett shoots a withering glare over the top of her station before ducking back down. Even though I've barely interacted with the guy, I can't help but feel anxious as I edge closer to his PC. Sure, he was a bit rude when we spoke, but the chance to challenge a KPGA pro is too good to pass up, especially if I'm trying to step my game up. He's about to jump into a match when I clear my throat right behind him. He suddenly alt-tabs and then turns to regard me through half-lidded eyes. Bruh, what? Yo, you wanna practice game? Nah, I'm just here to, He pauses. Recognition flits across his face. Wait, you're that guy from All Out Attack yesterday, right? I nod sheepishly. His reaction is only to stare on. For a moment, he looks ready to dismiss me and get to laddering, but at the last second, he nods. Alright, one game. With a final nod, I return to my station. A moment later, he and I share a game lobby and are just about ready to begin. He's playing on a barcode account. Typical. How have I not still managed to catch this guy's name? A sharp tap against my headphones announces Jett's return in displeasure. You're obnoxious. Like, if you lose and embarrass me by association, the Starbucks gods will kill you before I get the chance to do so. Anything else Jett has to say is drowned out along with the sounds of Golden Zone Fire when I put the earpad back on. He plays Protoss, and everything else is just a question mark. Okay. If the idea behind practicing against the good players to improve, I should probably play Standard. Still, the temptation to all in is always there. How sick would it be if I grab a quick win on a KPGA player? Nah. I mean, going for an early attack would basically mean, hey, fuck this guy. Which really, hey, fuck this guy. But it's also insulting if he actually knows how to play the game. However, seeing as he is a Brood War player, I would feel that his standard game isn't really all that strong. So let's go with Standard. It's probably best that I follow Jett's advice. I opt out for a standard micromanagement game. This guy's build permitting. Okay. I take my natural expansion and begin teching up. The match progresses quietly, with only a few brief skirmishes with his stalkers and my marines. My scan shows that he's not doing anything out of the ordinary. One of us has to make a move sooner or later. I start constructing my starport and researching my bio upgrades. I'm surprised to find that they finished without any pressure coming along from the Protoss army. This could be a good time to go for some drop play and try to snipe some of his critical tech buildings. If I were to play an aggressive drop style, I need to be confident in my control and the fact that I can outplay him. On the other hand, this game has been exceptionally quiet. If I can get up another expansion, I have serious economic advantage going into the late game. I don't like the fact that it's been quiet. I'm going aggressive. Dropship play is defining characteristics of a top Tyrone player. If I win this, it's a good indication that I can stand toe-to-toe with the best players in Korea. It's time to put my practice to work. I gather enough units for an attack at my starport as the first dropship finishes. It's imperative he doesn't see me move out, so I make sure to watch the towers are clear and avoid places where Protoss players commonly leave their observers. When my dropships are in the clear, I fly straight into his base. He's unprepared for the attack and I unload all my units, rush, and snipe some important tech buildings. Yes, I knew that was the right thing to do. With the damage to his infrastructure done, my units retreat for the safety of my dropship that set him back a ton. This game's going incredibly well, so I decided to pull back on my aggression and build up an army for a final push. He's been too busy defending to get a decent standing army, and when I roll in with my amassed units, he kites back, bobbing and weaving away from my forces while delivering pot shots. I give chase, the taste of victory tantalizingly close. I manage to corner his army, leaving him with nowhere to run. Just as I move in to deliver the final blow, he flanks me with half a dozen Templar, showering my army in high damage storms. I pull back frantically, but my army's left in tatters. How the fuck did that happen? I try my hardest to gather enough units to mount the second offense, but he continues to crush my attacks with only a handful of well-upgraded and well-micro zealots, stalkers, and archons. How the hell did this happen? My lead is gone. Frustrated, I box out my workers and charge toward his base for a final attack. With my SCVs on the front lines, I should have enough power to take on a direct engagement. I roll through his 4th base uncontested. Yes, he's giving up ground because he knows he can't face me. Emboldened, I drive up ramp leading to his natural to end the game. And find myself face to face with an ambush. My front line evaporates before I can issue a command to retreat, and he crushes what remains of my army a few moments later. I can't believe I lost. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. We ain't doing that. Nah, we ain't doing that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Nah. We should have won that. We should have won that. Man, fuck that. We should have won that. I never said that this wasn't going to be a run where I don't want to win, you know? So fuck it. Like, I'm gonna pick the other option. Yeah. I know all of this already. I'm just gonna get back into the game. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm not taking a damn loss like that. Hell no. Hell no. Hell the fuck no. I'm not taking a damn loss. Alright, let's do this. Standard game, of course. Don't risk the all-out attack. Build up my bases. Risk an early 3rd base. Okay, here we go. I cut Marines long enough to save up for a quick 3rd base. It finishes before my first dropship is even out. Just as my expansion is about to land, a red blip shows up on my mini-map. Is a void ray? Is it a void ray? I have missile turrets to defend, so I should be fine. Wait, no. It's floating on the outskirts of my base. A warp prism. He'll be able to warp his units into my base. My army is completely out of position. He starts... Yo, what? Oh god, he's at my natural too. He's got such a big army. Nah, son. Nah, son. So you telling me we can't win that? Are you telling me we can't win that? Nah, I'm not. Alright, I'm risking it. Fuck it. Man, let me just mule over all of this and get back into the game. And I'm fucking going in right now. Fuck that. Unless there's literally just no way for me to win against this guy. Which is kind of bullshit because it's like this is the illusion of choice. Either way you're going down. What? No. Nah. See, I just trained with Jett. You know what? Nah, fuck it. I'm going for the early attack. Screw it, I'm not in the mood for macro. I placed 2 early brackets mid-map just outside his scouting path. With luck, he won't be able to see my strategy until it's coming at him. My heart pounds as I watch my Marine count grow. He still hasn't scouted my all-in. This is a huge advantage. I've got this. I bring my Marines to his base and charge up the ramp leading to his high ground. I'll leave an SCV on the low ground to construct a bunker just in case I have to fall back. He retreats with his lone zealot and begins to chrono boost something out of his gateway, likely a stalker. He hasn't pulled out his probe, so I should be heading toward the mineral line. Don't tell me. Shit, he preemptively pulled a handful of probes and hid them out of my vision. With my exit cut off, I won't be able to escape. Things look even worse when he gets his first stalker out. I might actually hold this. I do everything I can salvage the situation, but it's too late. The single Marine I had managed to put into my bunker is useless at this point. From the low ground, I can't do any damage to his units. My attack was completely routed, even though he didn't scout out the rush. He defended it without breaking a sweat. Man, no! So it was the illusion of choice. It was the illusion of choice. Okay. That's bullshit. The illusion of choice. Like, are you fucking kidding me? No matter what I picked, he was gonna win. Alright, so fine. I'm gonna actually do the same thing I did the first time and just lose that way because at least, you know, I put a dent in his ass. Like, fuck, dude. Like, this is bullshit. Alright. This is some fucking bullshit, man. I hate that. I hate that. Alright, play standard. Yada, yada, yada. Risk the... Go out for the drop ships. Alright. Yada yada, game loss, flanks, try my hardest. And he wins, of course. Alright, I don't have time to soak in my defeat before the KPGA player makes his way over to me with a smirk. As promised, Jett is nowhere to be seen. You actually know how to play. I wasn't expecting that I'd have to try. It's a compliment regardless of how condescendingly he said it. Though it's difficult to be graceful in defeat, I try my best anyway. I played my game the best I could, kept vision on you, dropped when I could, but it wasn't enough. Sucks, man. It's one thing to lose carelessly, but it's another when everything goes as planned and you fail anyway. His grin darkens into one with humor. Is this guy serious? What the hell's your problem? You demand a game and whine when you get a little pushback? Look who's talking. Everyone knows your type, a foreigner out to make a name for himself. You fly out here on a whim and waste 6 weeks training. You aren't the first and unfortunately won't be the last. Your plane ticket doesn't buy you the right to call yourself a pro gamer. Save your money and your time and go back home. Oh, so this guy's a straight up heel. Like, this dude is a heel. Fuck this guy. I feel the heat rise in my face, half in anger and half in embarrassment. I've never dealt with a confrontation. I've never dealt well with confrontation. But before I can say anything, Jett steps out from a corner and cuts between the two of us. Still great at making friends, huh, Bull? So his name is Bull. He glances between the two of us, surprised. After a moment's pause, the so-called Bolt seizes back his smirk and meets Jett with a step forward. Been a while, hasn't it? What's the supposed Star League champion doing with trash like this? Bolt looks past her and tilts his head towards me. I take a step toward him, but an open palm from Jett stops me before going any further. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised. Jumping ship to a scene bloated with foreign money has its upsides, but it won't be long before you forget the dignity of a pro gamer. The dignity of a pro gamer, huh? Huh, you make it sound so distinguished. You've changed for the worse and you don't even realize it. How sad. Shouldn't be much longer until the KPGA finally accepts that there's no future in Brood War. You're smart enough to know what happens then, but hey, the scene could always use more casters. Whatever you say. Like, anyway, for the record, what excuse did you give your coach for another day off? VIP's a little more lax than Shock T1. Wait, T1 as in telecom? Yo! But I might want to borrow it someday. Starbucks. At that, Bolt scowls. Jett doesn't waste the opening and strikes again. Don't worry, Deong-sang. Don't worry, Deong-sang. Your secret's safe with me. Run along now. I'm sure you've got the coins to flip or something. Damn, she handled that nigga. The standoff lasts a moment longer before Bolt lets out a lazy shrug, instantly killing off the intensity in his expression. I've got better things to do than offer advice to a mouthy chobo. What the fuck is a chobo? Do what you want, kid. He thumbs his nose at me and returns to his station without another word. As soon as Bolt's out of sight, Jett takes my arm in a vice and practically drags me away. You had the game won! What the hell was that? An SCV pull at 15 minutes? Is that what they teach you on the NA servers? Seriously, like, you should really just think about this for a second and literally pay attention to everything my Starbucks has told you. Man, this Starbucks thing is not gonna go away. Even after a heated confrontation, her concern is with the match before anything else. I almost laughed. My drops crippled him. I mean, I thought it would be enough to end the game. So build units for 2 minutes and then go roll on him. Don't be so damn impatient. Your upgrades were late too. Her pointed critiques diffused the tension from my moments prior, even if it doesn't exactly make me feel any better. When she's done going through my long list of mistakes, Jett flicks a hand back towards the PCs. Come on, queue up a game against me again. Alright, bet. That was actually pretty cool. It's actually pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool, if I do say so myself. I told Jett that I wasn't feeling up to practice after we played a few more one-sided games. She seemed annoyed, but agreed with my suggestion to take a short break. Back in high school, I used to spend most of my times at the library when class was over. To be honest, this is probably the most time I've willingly spent outside of my room since then. I'm not the type to read for fun or study diligently, but it was nice to have a place to go and be on my own. I missed those afternoons since I graduated, but Golden Zone Fire is a good replacement hangout as I could hope for. It's clean and comfortable, and it's pretty much everything I need to stay 24/7. This isn't an exaggeration. Some of the patrons here look practically glued to their chairs. With milk tea from one of the vending machines in hand, I return to my seat across from Jett. She isn't wearing the same scowl from earlier, but I can tell she'd rather be practicing. What are you drinking? She snatches up the can across from her and takes a long sip. Coffee. Starbucks! Oh my god! Collusion! Hey! She's a Starbucks gal! She's a Starbucks gal! Hey, I knew it! Starbucks! Oh my god! What kind of coffee? None other than Starbucks! Yes! Oh my god, yes! I hate myself. I hate myself so much. Oh man. And for the record, it's obnoxious to challenge someone that you don't know to a match. I mean, is it really that big of a deal? I just want to practice game against a good player. Like, seems harmless to me. Do you know those types that stream snipe and start shit on message boards so that people pay attention to them? More than a few come to mind. That's you, except you did it in real life. Are you? Nah. How do you know that guy anyway? His name is Bolt? Yeah, he plays for Shock T1. I really think that Shock T1. I know that T1 from League, so they must have they must have started in Starcraft and then branched onto League with a different team. Seems legit. Whatever. I don't know. Shotgun Bolt must be a new recruit. I haven't paid much attention to them or any other Brood War team since StarCraft 2 came out, but he definitely wasn't on their roster a year ago. Okay, that's cool, but how do you know him? Jett clicks her tongue. I hate when people do that, but clicks her tongue and breaks her gaze away from me. I silently appreciate the reprieve from her death glare. If you must know, he and I went to the same middle school. I was in the class above him. Oh, okay. So, thinking he might have knocked you out of the tournament or something. No, I've never played against him in Star League. You don't need to overanalyze anything. Just drink your Starbucks. Silence falls between us while Jett nurses what remains of her Starbucks. Oh my god. I can't tell if she's really into the Starbucks. Oh my god. Or if she's just trying to find something to occupy her lips other than our conversation. I doubt Jett spends much time at PC Bangs, given that she's got a team house to practice from. I should consider myself lucky that she make time to come out here at all. You know what makes zero sense for you to focus on qualifying for VSL, right? I blink myself from my thoughts to meet Jett's intense stare. Fuck you mean? Like, what's the point of us meeting up to practice then? No, listen. I want to round up some players. For what? For VSTL? Team League? But you're already on a team. Yeah. She wavers, considering whether or not to tell me what I've already figured out. You're leaving VIP. Jett's eyes jump to mine. Brows raised in surprise and then furrowed in annoyance. She's been on VIP for almost a year and is by far the team's best player. Management barely pays us and nobody's motivated. They're worse than bad. They're complacent. I want a fresh start. Hey, I'm not guilting you. I mean, it just isn't something I expected to hear. I mean, you got a team house picked out? No, not yet. What about a coach? No. Oh, okay. What players you got? Look, it's a work in progress, okay? Stop grilling me. Jesus. I edged away from her glare and raised my hands defensively. Yo, no problems, bro. All right, fine. I won't ask again. Yo, I'm gonna put that meme up for a thought. Like, I need to find that. I'm gonna put that up. Yeah. For a while, silence. Jett does her best to avoid eye contact, but I can tell that she's thinking hard about something. Just as I'm about to rise to replace my milk tea with another, she speaks. You know about all those new foreign teams popping up recently? Yeah, what about them? Isn't it strange? Like, they're worse than almost every Korean squad, yet most of them have more sponsors. Well, I mean, there's a lot of esports fans outside Korea these days. Like, people want to support their hometown heroes. I really don't think it's that simple. What? Like, where would the money come from if not the fans? Idiots? What? Idiots! Idiots that call themselves investors. Idiots that throw away money keeping mediocre players afloat because it makes them feel good inside for whatever reason. Well, she and Bolt agree on one thing at least. Alright. Are you gonna find some idiots to sponsor you? No? Well... She takes a long moment to reconsider her answer. No, it wouldn't work out in the end. What I'm getting at is that too much of our scene ignores foreign fan base. It's a huge mistake. Well, I mean, there's the time zone difference, language barrier. I don't know if you know this, but a lot of foreign fans don't find Korean players entertaining. What? How dare you? That's ridiculous. I'm just relaying common knowledge. Don't hold me accountable for the opinions of Silver Leaguers. Shit. Most Western fans go to the people who entertain well. Streamers, casters, those kind of people. The most famous players in your scene aren't the best. That's appalling. Hey, don't pretend like Brood War didn't get famous on the back of dudes who look good on camera. If the PC bang was the ship, the fangirls pulled the oars. That's different. They were pretty and skilled, like, not one or the other. And show some damn respect. Like, those dudes are the only reason you and I are able to have this conversation. The sharp response and equally sharp glare suggests that I shouldn't argue the point. Jett knows better than I do anyway. Well, we're getting off topic. There are tons of potential fans that most Korean teams ignore simply because they're too hard to connect with. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of my whole argument. She lifts an eyebrow at me for just a bit too long before glancing away. If I wasn't sure before, I am now. Say it. Just go ahead and say it. Say what? I know you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. No, you don't. Yeah, I do. What am I thinking then? You want me to join the team. You want me to help you start. Go ahead. Just say it. Just say it. Also, you invited me here to try out under the guise of practice. Yeah, that slump though. Defeat. KO! Jett slumps in the back of her seat, defeated. I fight a losing battle against the urge to laugh. Don't look so smug. I hate dealing with team management. You could always hire a manager. Before we have any players, like, maybe I should just keep my head down and practice. Nah, it's actually a really good idea. You're only saying that because I gave you an offer. Maybe, but I mean, if you go through with this, I'll do whatever I can to help. How are you the one convincing me to go after my own idea? Damn it, Starbucks gods, you failed me. She chews on her lip, likely considering harrowing the risk of leaving her team. I can't make any commitments until we at least have some other players. Like, it'd be stupid to move out of the VIP house without everything lined up. This is something I've been thinking about for a while, and even if I don't have every detail hashed out yet, I want to keep overhead low and practice time high. Lean in, mean. That's just me and my Starbucks. Me and my Starbucks. Me and my Starbucks. Me and my Starbucks. Okay. maybe I should have maybe I should have Starbucks just be in every title of this series. Just Starbucks. Hey, Starbucks, sponsor me. Real talk though. It'd be awesome if Starbucks sponsored me. Like, I would love that. That'd be awesome. Oh my god. She aims a finger at me, her dull nail a hair's breadth before my nose. If you're gonna be a part of this, you're gonna pull your weight. You can't start by searching for our players unless you'd rather find me a coach and sponsor. Yeah. Nah, you got that. You got it. You know, you bold, bro. You bold. Good. It'll work out better this way. The minimum number of players for a team is 4, so you need to find at least 2. You know, this isn't exactly what I had in mind when I said I joined the team. This ain't exactly the experience I thought about. Walk away if you like. You have a long way to go if you want to be anything other than our translator mascot anyway. I'll admit though, Excel was right. I see glimpses of high-level stuff in your play. You just need to work on your mechanics. But as for right now, you suck. Even my foreigner standard. Offense intended. You seriously need to start busting your ass. Coming to Korea is pointless if you're still practicing Western hours. Well, nobody ever claimed that Jett wasn't honest. I'm going to work you and everyone else like a dog. If this team comes together, I won't be happy with anything less than first place in VSTL. Thank you for the chance. Offer a smile as she squeaked the match. If we're going ahead with this, I've got stuff to do. The deadline to register the team for Team League is in 2 weeks, so we can't afford to waste time. Get moving on your search. Alright, catch you online. Yeah, later. When she's gone, I fall back in my chair and take a deep breath. Jett just asked me to join her team. I pinch my forearm and judge the sensation that follows. With that, my disbelief dissolves into contemplation. How the fuck am I gonna find 2 worthwhile unsigned players? I think we might just have to beat them. I think we might just have to like beat their asses or something like that. Anyway, that's the episode. We're running on 30 minutes. Normally I like to keep my shit from, you know, 20 to 25. This one ran on a little long because the conversation was long. I didn't want to stop in the middle of the conversation and have y'all guys wait for it to be finished like a day or so later. So anyway, it's your boy DHM signing out. I appreciate y'all for watching this. Make sure you long stroke that like button like your name was Tyrone, or I don't know. I have to come up with a female equivalent. Yeah. Anyway, it's your boy DHM signing out. Bye.